Eighth grade, how you doing? Mr. V here, coming at you with my debut video for the 2021-2022 school year. So hopefully it's going to be a good one. But hey, it's been a nice first month of school. It's been so great to see you guys. You guys look super happy in the building. Everybody's just feeling good. I feel like everything's just a little bit more kind of back to normal, which is nice, which is I think what we're all looking for. But I wanted to come in and make a video, something that I thought would be relevant to you guys at this point in the school year. And so, what I want to give you is a couple tips on how to show your teacher that you care, right? I think we all want to be perceived by our teachers, and really generally whoever it is, right? Our boss, our parents, our friends, whoever, we want to be perceived as someone who cares, right? Someone who cares. And so in this case, I want to talk about things you could do to show that you care in the classroom. I made a little bit of a list here. And so the first two kind of go hand in hand. The first one is to be on time and to say hello. So many times I go into the classroom and kids are late. They're rushing in through that door. And consequently, when you get through that door, the first thing you're doing is just trying to scramble to get to your seat. No acknowledgement of who's in front of the room, right? So, how much better would it be of a look to show up on time, maybe even a couple minutes early? I remember a coach of mine always used to say, if you're not early, you're late. So, show up a little early, take a second, greet the teacher, say hello. To me, if I were the teacher, I would really appreciate that. And that would make me feel like, hey, you know what? This kid cares a little bit. He's happy to be here. Those are my first two. Now the next one, another two, would be to smile and ask some questions, right? So put on a pleasant face. Make it look like you're happy to be there, right? So many times you see kids like this and just kind of sitting there like zombies. Not you, your neighbor. But how much better would it be if you had a smile? I mean, put yourself in a teacher's position. You look out into the crowd of students that you're teaching, and you see a smiling face back at you. That'd be nice. Might make me feel like, hey, you know what? That kid's listening to me. He's interested. He or she is interested, and that's nice. And then asking questions. If you're asking questions, that tells me not that you don't understand something. What it tells me is you're paying attention. All right. You have to be paying attention in order to know what questions to ask. So putting a smile on your face, asking some questions shows me you're engaged, shows me that you want to understand and that this is important to you. So those are my next two. The next ones would be, I got three here. First one, do your homework. That should be an obvious one. I mean, we want to do our homework, right? We want to be successful. But if I'm taking the time to plan out work for my students, then it would be nice if the students took the time to complete it, right? If I'm giving it to you, it must be important. So for you to do it would show me that you agree that it's also important to you. And another one would be to have an organized binder. If I look down at a kid's binder and it looks like an explosion happened in there and papers are folded all over the place and crumpled up and things are missing, like that might say to me, maybe this student doesn't prioritize this class or doesn't care so much about this class. It doesn't definitely mean that, right? Because we also know that organization is a hard thing, and many of us are still trying to master that, and that's okay. But if you can try to keep a clean binder or an organized binder, that I think that would demonstrate to the teacher that you care about this class. And then the last one kind of goes hand in hand, and that is to be prepared, right? Have the things you need. If you're constantly showing up to class without a pen or a pencil or without your this or that, that might say to me that, like, hey, you're not thinking about this class prior to the second that you walk in. So be prepared with the pen, the pencil, the calculator, the folder, whatever, right? And that would show that you care. And I know I said that was my last one, but I do have one more. And the last one is show up to your teacher's X period for after school help, right? Show up even when you don't have to, right? That to me, that says, wow, okay, look, this kid could go anywhere for X period for after school help, and they're choosing to come to my class. That must mean that this class matters to them. And you know what? I would want my teacher to feel like I care about my class. That's something that I think would be important to me, and I think it should be important to you too. So consider those things. I also want to know, are there any things I missed? Anything that you do in the class, or to prepare for the class, that you think demonstrates to your teacher that you care? If there's something that you're doing that I didn't mention, I want to hear about it. Put it in the comments, email me, write it, let me know somehow. I want to know about it. So there you go, guys. There's your first video of the year. I hope this year has started off well for you and that it continues to go well. You know how to reach me if you need anything. Until the next time, stay motivated.